Greetings one and all, this is Riddim and welcome to my channel with some The Crew beta gameplay. And first of all, I just want to give Ubisoft props, man, for, you know, making the beta finally open for console gamers as well as the PC gamers that had their hands on the beta quite a while ago. Now, it took me a little while to download, but at the same time, you know, it was a game that was definitely on my radar for quite a long time, and I was really glad to get the game and finally play it. Now, I've been reading on reviews and forums relating to The Crew of what people found wrong with it, and some of them basically likened it to the control system with Watch Dogs, and that was fair enough. But for me, I've learned that unless you have the game in your hands and you have your own personal experience, that you can give your own true personal experience. It might be true for another person, but for me, you know, I can't go by other people's experiences until I actually try to play some portion of the game, which I'm glad that I have done, and Ubisoft has given us the chance. So big up Ubisoft, they're going on really good no matter what anybody says right about now. You know, they've got like a stream of games coming out or have come out within the last year, and yeah, more power to them. Now, the thing about The Crew is it's supposed to be like an open world MMO car racing game, which I totally get. I totally get the concept with that, and I get the concept of teams being formed up, and I like also the concept of still feeling part of the crew in terms of getting points when you're not active in the crew but other people in the crew are. So when they get victories and stuff like that and pass their missions, that you will get a share of the proceeds, as it were. Whether it be minimal or, you know, moderate, it's better than nothing, you know, so I appreciate that. Will I be getting it? Sadly, not at the moment. The thing with driving games, my experience of driving games, well, let's say from last gen, my last experience of a driving game was Gran Turismo 5, and the one thing I liked about the game, it was more or less as sim as you can get. You know, Xbox has got Forza Horizon and PlayStation has Gran Turismo. But the one thing I don't like with racing games, and it's not even the games, it is the players of the games. They play simulation racing games like it's an arcade game, and when you basically compete in a race, you drive in a race, the first thing people want to fucking do is just knock you off the fucking track, and that annoys me. That annoys the fuck out of me. Now, you got games like Blur, which to me is one of the great power-up racing games. That is like a thinking man's Mario Kart. If you have not played Blur, trust me, you know, try it out. PC, PS3, Xbox. I think it's out on Xbox. But try it. It's a really fun game. I just find myself laughing through it. You know, but now coming on to now current gen, we've had our disappointments with Drive Club, because I was really looking forward to Drive Club, to be honest with you, as a PS Plus subscriber, because it was promised and there was non-delivery. So it really kind of put me off. But with The Crew, it had a different spin on the game, so that kept my interest up, to say the least. And I had the patience to basically wait to find out what it delivered. Now, the thing about The Crew game is that it is definitely a game of different experiences. Single player story mode, co-op and PvP. And I do give props to Ubisoft to try and accommodate every kind of gamer within this game. I hadn't played the PvP because I didn't or wasn't able to form a crew in the time available to me in my life and domestic affairs to play PvP. But when the crew was more or less made, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and my heart wasn't in it because I was just too tired and my reflexes were shot to shit. So I hadn't played it. And for me to make any opinions based upon something that I haven't played would make me a liar and a fraud, and that's not me. So with single player, I purposely put up this video because it was a 3-part mission, which I like. I love that because it's not a cut and dry thing, you know what I mean? It's not a 1 mission, 1 win kind of thing. You know, there's various kinds of missions, and this one was like a 3-part. So this was the mission I really wanted to put up to feature some of the dynamics of the game. But in my honest opinion, will I be getting it at this present moment in time? No, it will not be a holiday purchase. Will I be getting it in future? Who knows, maybe. But with the features and the modes in this game, it really reminds me of Blur. It reminds me of Blur so much. And the only difference is that it has co-op gameplay, intrinsically co-op gameplay. That's why it's called The Crew, obviously. But with games like Blur, it gives you that opportunity to play as a team anyway with randoms. Well, I suppose it's different in that respect, but it's the same experience, if you like. It is a game that, although it doesn't look sim, it feels sim, and it's very hard to explain that. But when you look at the game, it looks arcadey, but when you actually feel the game, it feels very sim, because you can feel the weight of the cars. You feel the weight of the cars. So you have to more or less adapt your driving skills to this game. Irrespective of any other driving games you've played, you have to adapt your skills, which is what I like about this game as well. But what I know I'm not going to like with this game is people's willingness to play this game like an arcade game and try and knock you off track for them to get ahead. Now, in an arcade situation, that's fine, you know. It's that kind of gameplay serves its purpose. But for a game like The Crew, where it's applicable, it's applicable. Where it's not, it's just not. But even with playing the beta as I did, and literally just going into free roam, they were doing that shit, just knocking me off track when I'm minding my business. It just had that element of Grand Theft Auto about it, which I fucking did not like. Sorry about the language, but I just did not like it. It pisses me off. You know, I like to play co-op gaming. That is my thing. That is my field. I love that. And I like to play as a team. In a competitive situation, I'll leave you to it. You know what I'm saying? You know, I still have fun in a competitive setting, but I know a competitive setting when I see one. And for me, at the end of the day, that's how it is. You know, in a racing game and in a co-op game like The Crew, you behave like you're the crew, you know what I'm saying? You don't push off your crew members off the freaking track and wreck their freaking shit. You know, that's just not the way I behave in a crew. I might sound like I'm freaking throwing my toys at the freaking pram, but that's just how I feel about co-op gameplay and competitive gameplay, and not mixing the two together. But overall, you know, I like what Ubisoft is trying to do. It's in no way a bad game. You know, there is many a case of developers making good games, but gamers making the game a bad game. There's lots of games that I put into that category. But anyway, that is that for me for now, and just wanted to show you a 3-part mission. And if you haven't got it, it's in the PS Store. Download the demo. It's available until the end of today, I think, the 26th. Yeah. So get on the case, give it a go, and see what you think. See how it moves you. But anyway, that is me. And as always, you know the crew. Whatever the platform, game, media, genre, happy gaming. Because that's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. Happy gaming. And until I catch you guys on the next one, Magan. Watch the ride.